Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how I make my giant marquee stencils using Cricut's Design Space. I'm also using the writing function. I'm cutting my stencil on regular white computer paper that I just buy from the store, and you're also going to need Scotch tape. So here we are in Cricut Design Space, and I'm going to start off by inputting whatever number, letter, shape, or whatever you're going to be working with, because you can apply this method to all of those. And I'm just going to work with a number 1 today to make it quick and easy. I'm going to move this over. My grid is currently on 100%, but once I input the height that I want my number, I'm going to shrink my grid down. So what we want to do at this point is figure out how tall you want your number to be. And I'm just going to input, you're only going to work with your height. That's it. Only the height here. And I'm going to make this number 1 30 inches tall. And once I hit enter, Cricut Design Space will automatically adjust the width properly for me, which it has. And I am going to shrink my grid down now so I can see this number better. I'm also going to change the color of it so I know which pieces that I'm working with that I want to keep and which pieces I know I'm going to be deleting. So the next step is to go into your shapes here, and you're going to take a square. Your square size should depend on what size paper you have. If you have 12 by 12 paper, make your square 12 by 12 paper. I'm working with regular computer paper, so its size is going to be 8.5 in width and 11 in height. And I have my square, and I'm going to duplicate it. I then take another square that I've from the ones I've just duplicated, and I go into the rotate section, and I just put a 9 in front of the 0 because I just want to turn it sideways. So now I don't need a whole lot of those because this number isn't going to take a lot, but it's always good to have a few extra just in case. So from this moment on, we're basically going to be using the off the mat method to make this 30-inch tall number 1 be able to be broken down into pieces and take back together to make the size number that we want for our stencil. So from here, I just start placing my boxes over pieces, and I highlight everything and I slice. And that's going to give me this little broken off piece. I'm going to move this over here so I can grab this. And I just move them to the side usually. That way I have this area over here to work with. You want to leave a little bit of space. You don't want to get too close to your edges, as we know that there is a border that Cricut creates when it cuts. So we're just going to start slicing down pieces and moving them to the side, and we're deleting the excess that we don't need. And I'm going to slice again and move this to the side, and I delete the pieces I don't want. And on our last piece, we'll use one of these and we'll cut this in half. Delete the one behind it. Now we have all our pieces. At this point, you can pretty much get rid of these boxes. You can either hide them or you can just delete them because it's easy to make another one. And you're going to want to collect all your pieces and kind of move them where they're supposed to be. So from here, what I like to do so I know which pieces go where, and I take the guesswork out of it, I go back to my text box and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Normally I don't count, but this is so easy. So I'm going to pretty much number these 6 pieces. And I'm going to change their function from cut to the draw function or pen. And I'm going to ungroup them and just attach them to the different pieces so I know which ones are which. And I hit attach. And I keep going. This is why I tell people that putting my stencils together is kind of like a puzzle. Okay, take these numbers. And 6. I lost my number 6. So now that I have all my numbers attached to my pieces that I've created, I'm going to select all, and I just like to move everything back to the top. I'm going to hit save. Now you're going to go ahead and cut all your pieces and let it draw the numbers on there. And once your machine is done doing that, you piece all your pieces back together, and I'll show you what the end result should look like. Once you have all your pieces cut out and taped together, this is what your stencil should look like. I'm standing above it on a ladder because I'm very short. But that's how you make the stencils.